So, Jameson,
I'm
getting real tired of these companies increasing these gosh darn prices.
We have a whole intro to do, brother.
I don't give a damn. This is a cold open.
This is
right into it. You know who we are. You know what we do here. You resonate. We replay.
28 of you.
Yeah, all 28 of you.
Hey,
We're 12 in. I'm doing the intro anyway. Welcome to Resident Replay. I'm angry. Sony. F you. Clarence has so much work to do now.
Yeah, thanks.
It's fine.
I don't care. Sony increased the prices again.
Technically, they haven't increased them yet.
Sony increased the prices again. I don't care.
Well, they will be on April 2nd.
All I remember is that now a PS5 Pro is apparently going to be 900 buckaroonies.
And that's if you get it without the disc drive.
Yeah, I'm full of
It's a full grand.
I love gaming.
Yeah.
I just don't make enough to appease the gaming gods, apparently. And by gaming gods, I mean corporate deities.
Yeah. I
cannot wait for this bubble to pop so these RAM prices go down, so these console prices, maybe, who am I kidding? They're going to keep them at the same price.
Well, I don't think that they would if they actually genuinely got the price down. But because nobody's going to buy a Pro at this point, especially, we just talked about it in the last episode, like the next why would you spend $1,000 on a console today?
Oh yeah,
that's an optional upgrade.
Is apparently going to be next year,
next fall, or the year after at the latest. Like, you're going to spend $1,000. Like, if you play like
maybe if there was like
hours
a
week,
massive, maybe if there was like in like our case, like we play our consoles a lot. If there was like a massive sale where for some reason it was like half off. If it was like somehow
for the console,
no, like it's never gonna happen.
Oh, okay,
it's never gonna happen. I'm like, this is like the only way I would even consider getting one myself. Like,
you did drugs before you came here.
I got my liquid cocaine. We're not sponsored by PepsiCo.
We're not sponsored by anyone.
Not at all.
But if you'd like to,
we're sponsored by our time.
residenceandreplay@gmail.com. You can hit us up for business inquiries.
I'm glad you did that before I took a drink. You know, like for my broke ass, the only way I'd even consider getting a PS5 Pro is the point if it was like half off and I traded in my thing, so I'd only spend like $300.
Yeah, I think that you, and I know, I mean, the gaming retail store that shall not be named, they did go out and say that they're going to do a promotion between now and before then to help if you want to upgrade or whatever. So I think you can do it for like $400 if you do a trade.
I don't have.
I know. I'm just saying, like they're trying to do something. I have
400. I just don't feel like going into credit card debt for it.
Yeah, no. It's like I got mine at launch last year, and I traded a bunch of stuff in towards it to try and make it more palpable. And I do like it, but if you do not have the 120 hertz TV, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. There is not that big of a difference, at least in my opinion, with most games. Now, I haven't played a couple of the like signature games on the Pro that they said were really good. Like Rebirth apparently is like a PS. Like I think you made the joke about somebody.
Oh yeah, Maximilian dude calls it the FF7 Rebirth machine.
Right.
He's like, this thing was made just to make Rebirth look pretty.
Yeah. And I think there's a couple more games at this point that have gotten like really dedicated patches. Like I think
this thing's been out a year now.
Just hit a year. Well, it's actually more like a year and a half. It was fall of last year, so
yeah,
or fall of a year.
24. God, time to construct. Yeah, but no, it's like he literally got it. He's like, yeah, this looks great. He's like, but what else does it do? He's like, what other games are like benefited from this right now?
Yeah,
really none.
For like
at launch.
Dedicated streamers and stuff, they're already playing on monitors and stuff, and they're probably capping with their capture cards at 60 FPS anyway, so they're not noticing those things. That is a bright side. Like loading into Apex and playing at 120.
Let's say,
great.
Are the loading times better? Or is it purely? Does the Pro exist purely just to push like, hey, we're closer to 4K 60 than ever before?
So the whole idea of the Pro was, a lot of PS5 games have like 30 FPS ray tracing, like basically fidelity mode,
gorgeous at 30 frames or good looking at 60 frames.
Right, and they were like, the Pro removes the need to compromise, so you get the 60.
It's pretty at 60,
right? And then more games support up to 120 if you're willing to go.
So it was more of pushing the frame rate than anything else.
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, at the end of the day, like
that sounds great, but it's not worth $700
individually. No, probably not. It depends on what you're playing. Like if you're that much of a frame rate snob, you're probably playing on PC anyway. If you care that much about frame rate and you need the extra frames for competitiveness, I think that once you get above 90, it's good. Like I don't care that much, and I mean I played Rocket League at 240 and stuff, really nice. But I mean once you get above 90, 110, like it's so hard to tell the difference. 60 to 120, yes, I see the difference. I truly believe there's a difference. 30 to 60, I don't know how people play at 30. Unless it's like a very specific type of game designed for that. But like, it's not Bloodborne. Bloodborne needs to be at 60.
Yeah, Bloodborne, I'm never going to get that.
Nope.
It's like every other FromSoft game got a 30 to 60 bump.
You know what's sitting in between the two of us?
Depression.
Well, I was going to say your hopes and dreams of a Bloodborne remake, because there's nothing there.
Yeah, they double confirmed that's never going to fucking happen at this point.
Or maybe that's how they get you to spend $1,200 on the PS6 day one, Bloodborne 2, or Bloodborne.
I would be so pissed. And selling my kidneys at market value.
One of them. You need to keep one, buddy.
You underestimate my desire to stay after Bloodborne.
You won't be playing anything without two or without one.
Hey, do you guys like watching our podcasts every single week? If so, you should like and subscribe, and you can also check out our links below to see us on Spotify and see him do scary stuff on YouTube with playthroughs.
And Twitch.
Yeah, there.
Twitch first, YouTube second.
And I'm on Spotify with music, and I do have a YouTube as well, just not as much content there right now. But anyway, thanks for checking out the videos and the podcasts, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
So the PlayStation price hikes are happening. They held out a while. I mean, when did Xbox raise their prices? Because the standard PS5 is...
which round of price increase? I think they've increased their prices like 2 or 3 times now.
I think it was twice. I think the Xbox is $650 for the Series X, and I think that's what the standard PS5 is as well.
The PS5 is jumping from $500 to $650.
Okay, so yeah, I think they're the same price now. But the Series S is like
for one jump. It's like, come on, $150 with one jump.
I mean, RAM, it went from like $70 to $300, $400. So
hopefully this leads to RAM prices going down, so that way the dream of potentially actually having a PC again. Don't at me while I'm having hope. Stop killing my hopes and dreams, damn it.
Nope, it's not gonna happen. Have you seen the price of gas?
Don't even get me fucking started.
Well, that's a whole nother part.
I got a memory pop up on my phone when it was like $1.50 during the pandemic. I'm heated.
$1.50? Where the fuck?
Grand Rapids, mid 2020.
There's no way.
It was like $1.56.
What?
Once it was like 2 days. Yeah, that when no one was driving, it fucking plummeted.
There was somebody at that gas station who fucked with something.
Oh no, several gas stations had it under $2 around Grand Rapids, like early pandemic when no one was driving.
Picture didn't happen.
I'll fucking find it right now.
You don't have to find it right now.
Oh, I'll find it. I'll pull it up. I'll whip it out right now. Anyway.
Yeah, well. You gotta subscribe to a site for that. Link in description. I'm kidding.
3 cents a month. Super cheap.
I think you would owe them money at that
I don't care.
Because of the fees. But yeah, it's definitely a bummer. I mean, if you already own a PlayStation, I don't know that I could justify paying the price hike to upgrade. If you don't have a PlayStation 5 at all and you're thinking about it, do it before the price goes up.
The PS6 is going to have to like give me fellatio at this point for me to even buy that at launch.
Yeah,
it took me 3 years to even go from my 4 to my 5.
Yeah.
I honestly, it's like if the prices are rumored to be what they're going to be, I might not even get a 6.
I think right now they don't have a clue what the prices are going to be because we don't know what state the world's going to be in by the time we get there.
If there's even a world to begin with. This is a really depressing episode.
Yeah.
Let's talk about potential positive stuff.
Well, one thing that I was going to say, though, you said Sora AI, the Disney deal. Today is March 28th. You know what March 28th is?
Was that the launch day of Kingdom Hearts 1?
Yeah. Sora's birthday. Because Disney has this thing where the main characters, the princesses' like birthdays are the day that the movie came out. So Sora's a Disney princess.
Next year is going to be the big 2-5 for Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
And just like Nintendo's ignoring Zelda, Disney's going to ignore it.
Yeah, well, they didn't even post anything for the anniversary. Actually, the Square Enix page didn't, which is really weird because they normally do. Remember a couple of years? I had it pop up where they did when they were working on the 7 remake for the 20th anniversary. They posted They did the Cloud. They put Cloud in like he was on the cover of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh,
and it was a really cool art that Square Enix did to celebrate. Which is really, now I'm sad because we don't have anything Kingdom Hearts related still.
I've already had a rant about that multiple times.
We can't keep ranting about that.
I'm just gonna become the Kingdom Hearts rant guy at this rate.
We can just continue to be depressed.
No, let's not be depressed. Let's get our hopes up some more with some leaked rumors on a potential childhood remake.
Yeah, for somebody on the couch. Hint. There is a hint on the couch. I am the hint.
Oh. So recently, as in within the last day and a half or 2 days,
right,
stuff has been popping up that apparently Nintendo, I mean, people have been like speculating this for years anyway, on and off.
Yeah.
That apparently, this is not confirmed. I'm going to emphasize this is not confirmed. The first thing is that apparently we're going to get a Star Fox game announced to come out. I think they said summer next year or summer this year. I don't remember the Star Fox information.
Soon.
But the big thing is that apparently holiday this year, we're getting a full-fledged, from the ground up Ocarina of Time remake. And this comes from Nate the Hate, which apparently is like a big-time, like, credible Nintendo leaker. And the only reason it's circulating is because he's like, this is happening. But I'm at the point in life where I'm like, until Nintendo fucking reveals it, I don't believe a goddamn thing.
Oh yeah, God no. No, absolutely not.
But apparently this is like the big 40th anniversary thing is that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, still no Twilight Princess on the GameCube, huh?
It might get added eventually.
Yeah.
It might.
I mean, we got XD. The Pokemon did XD Gale of Darkness, but they didn't put Coliseum on there yet.
Yep.
That threw me for a loop. When Coliseum was announced, when they didn't announce the GameCube thing, they had Coliseum in the lineup. But that's another tangent.
Yeah.
But how would they do this? Would they stick to the original style and just use the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom engine? Or are they going to build a brand new engine for it specifically? Are they going to fuck us all over and do the Chibi Link's Awakening?
I don't know if they'll go the route of like...
Because they have their blueprint. Just take Ocarina of Time 3D, make it prettier.
No. I don't think they could do that. Because like the weird first person stuff for like the slingshot, I think that would pull people out of it in a way that would not go over well. I think people would switch.
Literally.
I don't think people would like it.
It's 2026. People don't like anything anymore.
I think that because of the mass success of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh yeah, the people that jumped on with that are going to hate it.
I feel like they almost have to like find the hybrid between those two. How do you make it feel like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, but keep the scope of Ocarina relatively, like, on par? What's more interesting to me or questioning is also, is it like just an actual remake, or does it actually end up getting put somewhere in the timeline as like a revisit to the Ocarina somehow? Or is it just going to be a remake?
Like when you say that You mean as in like the spirit of one Link somehow winds up in the spirit of the hero of time and experiences their adventure? Are you talking an FF7 remake situation where it's the thing, but like different things happen? So you go, "Whoa, is this like a different branch version of
Could
this
be,
time?"
who knows? I'm wondering like if it'll actually have a place in the timeline or if it is just a straight up remake. Because they could also tell the story in the sense that we need to use the ocarina again and revisit those places under a new story, and maybe make it like feed off of the events of something else or whatever. So will it just be a straight up remake or will there be more to it?
I feel like it would just be a straight up. Well, if it was just a straight up remake, it would just be the third time they technically released that game, because again, the 3DS version was like an almost identical.
It was just like
they did add a couple different things, a couple new things, but like the world, the map was the exact same. Like I said, it was just Ocarina of Time, but prettier. Majora's Mask 3DS, they actually changed some things on that, and that kind of turned me off from that.
Yeah, but so my main concern if they went through and did
my question is like, how would they tweak the temples at all? Would they change up boss patterns? Would they?
I feel like they would have to, because otherwise
would they add more songs for side quests?
They would have to do something, because otherwise, I mean, how long would it really take you to finish the game?
If I think if you like followed the beaten path, you did not do any side quests, you could probably literally beat that game in like a 1 day like sitting.
Okay, but 1 day, that's 24 hours. How many hours?
Not as in 24 hours. Like probably like, I mean, I haven't really played it in a hot minute, but like if you just kind of sped through the stuff, because it's literally Deku-Tree, Dodongo's Cavern, that forest, fire, water, shadow, spirit, Ganon's castle. So that's what, 8-9 dungeons.
That was less than that. It felt like. Okay.
Yeah, so 9 main dungeons, and then underneath the well, in the Kakariko Village well, to lead into the Shadow Temple. So that's like half a dungeon.
Okay. I guess maybe there would still be enough there.
If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be taking your time with that game. But if you know what you're doing, you could probably blitz through that in like 12 hours.
I think that what they'll do is, I think, based on what you just said, because I've not played Ocarina of Time all the way through, so I would.
And you shit on me for Link to the Past. You cuck.
It's the better game. There's also more dungeons than Link to the Past. So, anyway.
To be fair, it was their first 3D game, 3D Zelda game.
And to be fair,
and it's considered a masterpiece still. So
no, it's not.
A Metacritic.
Just kidding. Yeah, well, Metacritic has fallen as far as, like, at least in my opinion, they've fallen, because you can.
Hey, watch Mojo. I'm just kidding. I'm just the worst credential. I'm just gonna find the worst credential things ever just to
you only need 3 letters. Just type an IG in.
Yeah. Oh. That hurt me.
Yeah. Sorry.
What did I actually? Does I generate that game? Hold on.
Oh, I'm sure that they give it a 9 point something.
What did IGN rate Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time? You can cut this out. Yeah, a perfect 10 out of 10. Suck it, haters. And they gave A Link to a Past 5 out of 10. Just kidding. They gave Link to the Past a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah.
It gets that 3D world treatment.
I'll still play Majora's. Majora's Mask is my personal favorite, even though it does have its major flaws. See, that's the only reason I'm excited for the idea of it, because I'm like, if it exists and it does massive numbers, it opens Nintendo to be like, what if we remake our other N64 Zelda game? I would lose my shit in a modern day Majora's Mask.
Yeah,
because they could fix so many fucking issues.
Mm-hmm.
People would still hate it because of the time, the 3-day cycle, and having to reset time, and you lose your rupees and your whatever arrows you're collecting, all that shit all the time. But there's a bank. Just put your fucking money away, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not that crazy of a mechanic.
No.
Like, how much real time is the 3 days? Do you know?
I don't know because I just do the song double time and it slows down time by half.
Oh,
So I have no stress ever.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and also there was like one specific bird that you can kill every single time. You just reset and kill it over. It gives you like 200 rupees. So once you get the Giant's wallet, you just go kill it. Boom, bank, bank, bank. So whenever you need to go to a shop and get something, just go get, and then you have enough money to last forever, and just boom. I think if you give the bank like 3,000 rupees, it gives you the biggest wallet, which holds up to I think 500 rupees.
What weighs more, a bag of rupees or a bag of feathers?
Joke's on you, they weigh the same.
No, no, because the bag of feathers, you have to carry the weight of what you did to that poor bird over and over and over again.
I feel. I'm going to show you this ugly son of a bitch, and you will feel no pity. It deserves to die.
Oh, I'm sure he's just a happy little bird. Does he sing a song? That is not a bird. That is not
For
a
context.
bird.
That's the bird I'm speaking.
I don't think that's gonna work, but we'll figure it out. But that is not a bird. That is an atrocity.
That is absolutely little Princess Leia bun buns on the side.
That is an atrocity.
That thing steals your shit. That's why I kill it every time, because it steals shit for a shopkeeper to resell it.
Ah.
Stupid prices.
Interesting.
It also introduces the mirror shield with the crying face on it.
Okay. Well, anyway, back to the remake.
Please let it be real.
I think that they've got to do something because it's time for another Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would also do a lot because we know that the Zelda movie is coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
Would lead into it pretty well. And the Star Fox makes sense because they also just announced that Star Fox will make an appearance in the movie for Mario, which comes out like Wednesday. So
yeah, really curious why they didn't just wait, like why they just ran like, oh yeah, Star Fox is in it. I feel like they could have either saved that reveal when people watch the movie, or they could have did like a trailer and then like the last 3 seconds is like him like kind of walking up and like, huh.
Yeah, I wonder.
Interesting promotion choice.
It is. I wonder if maybe there was a leak of it and they wanted to just get ahead of it with an announcement.
It was like, fuck it! Show the fox! Show the fucking fox! Speaking of remakes, they've apparently, like, in their, like, Star Fox discography, like, they've re-released the first game, like, 3 times. Like, Star Fox 64 was a remake of Star Fox 1, and then I think Star Fox Zero is another remake of Star Fox 1.
It is, I think. I think that is correct, yes.
It's like, how many times are you going to try and reboot these series, old man? I love the young people.
With Nintendo, it's kind of hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
They've got it's really interesting because they don't have a lot on the docket officially right now.
They've also massively slowed down production of the Switch 2 in the US, apparently.
I think that's because there's nothing to justify buying it yet.
Yeah, apparently the sales are like since launch have like dramatically slowed down.
I would be very curious to see the like official reports because I thought I remember them saying that it sold extremely well up front.
Oh yeah, like I said, at launch, like the first couple months, it was going crazy, but like apparently in the last like recent like 3 months, 4 months or something like that, it's like just fucking like slowed.
Very interesting.
But that's because all the reviews come out. It's like, oh yeah, it's a more stronger Switch. If you can, if you want to. It also has the GameCube. Like I mostly got it because of the fact, like I said, somebody was generous enough to gift me a massive like gift card, so it decreased how much money I would have to put in toward the Switch 2.
Yeah, I think that it's obviously something I'll buy eventually, but I don't play my Switch enough in the first place. So
you want to talk about frame rate noticing like a massive difference? Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at 60 is fucking gorgeous.
Oh, I believe it.
Holy fuck nuggets.
I believe it.
Because like for context, I haven't had a Switch in over a year up to that point because I accidentally dropped mine and the screen shattered, and I just like I'll just wait for whenever the replacement comes out. Lo and behold, the Switch 2 like a year later, and Tears of the Kingdom was like frame rate issues on Switch, all this stuff. no frame rate issues
Well,
at all.
Breath of the Wild also had frame
Yeah,
rate
Breath of the
issues.
Wild at launch. Fuck, oh my god, like butter, like butter in a good way. So smooth, so gorgeous. It's like, yeah, I have my gripes with Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, but I will never take away the art style and the visuals of these two games are mwah, mwah, mwah. Beautiful.
Yeah. I remember going and getting the Master Sword for the first time in Breath of the Wild, and the frame went from like 30 to like 7. It was just like,
you're like, oh, there's so much going on right now.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal.
I had a coworker teach me the hack to get the Master Sword early, and I was like, that ain't gonna work. It worked on the first try, and I was like, oh, I have 4 hearts. How did I do this?
You hear that? He's a cheater.
Hey, Nintendo, don't come after me.
Yeah. I mean, it was an in-game exploit, but whatever.
Yeah, it's like I didn't feel like replaying all of 40 shrines again.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There's how many were there total? Like
120.
120.
There's 120 shrines, and do you know what your reward is for doing all 120 shrines?
Like, no, that was a Korok thing, which was worse.
Oh, that was the golden poo.
The golden
for all
poo,
900 plus Koroks. No, you get the Breath of the Wild version of the classic green tunic.
Oh, that's right.
And that's because then that was where everyone was like, this is where it's in the lore, because the hat has the golden band that's only in like the Link to the Past timeline.
I think they said officially that Breath of the Wild takes place like all the
it's like a converged timeline
at the bottom, and it's the most recent of the series.
You know what that screams to me? Fuck the timeline bullshit. It's everything goes to Breath of the Wild.
Kind of.
That was their way of being like, shut the fuck up with this timeline shit.
Nah, I don't think it was necessarily that, because they got to sell an entire book about it.
Oh yeah, and I have that. I still have to get that third book.
Yeah,
I have the blue one, I have the green one, I need the red one. I think it's like artifacts or whatever, like artwork of like all their like different like the items and stuff throughout the series. I still need to get that book. It's been like 10 years.
I do want them to like still make games that fall within that other timeline. Like it would be nice. Even if, like, let's say that Breath of the Wild is kind of like the converging, well, then give us like one that actually ties those 3 together, like somehow, and then gives us a new
Legend of Zelda: The Fracturing.
The Fracturing. Jesus.
3 different Zelda universes.
That's what causes all those things in the sky. Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, no, I love how it's like, oh, it's just chunks of the earth, and it's like, you look at the map, it's like there isn't really many spots where it just looks like chunks went flying into the air.
Speaking of that, Crimson Desert has like its own like chunks up in the sky that you can go to for story and stuff, but don't really want to talk about Crimson Desert at the moment. Like ultimately, it's a bad segue. Leave it alone. But the company that makes it, Pearl Abyss, I think is the company that makes Crimson Desert.
That's a dope name, the Pearl Abyss.
They have another game
pretty dark
that is coming out in like 3 years, and they showed off like a promo video for it like yesterday or the day before or something.
They just released this massive game,
yes,
and they're like, oh yeah, we got another one coming in about 3 years.
It's almost like it was a.
What is the file size for Crimson Desert?
That's a good question. I don't know
how many gigs. Edit this out later.
Yeah, no. While he's doing that, I'll talk about that other game.
Yeah.
So basically, this other game that they're making, it looks like Grand Theft Auto for kids, but with a sandbox like Crimson Desert in that big of a world. But it's like super kidified. It's really interesting. I think it's like Disco or something, or Desco. Do I even want to know?
On PC, it's 150 gigabytes.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Oh wait, Call of Duty is like 500 nowadays. I forgot.
Yeah, it's like
on console. Apparently, the Series XS version is approximately 120.98. Oh, that's the preload size.
Yeah, so that's pre-patch.
So yeah, 150 gigs.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't even think I have a single game on my PlayStation that is over 100.
God, I've probably got like 8, 9.
I'd have to relook.
I've got 3 terabytes on my PlayStation now.
Yeah, I got 3. Yeah, because I got a 2 terabyte stick put into my PS5. Oh wait, maybe 2K.
Yeah, 2K is definitely up
Yeah,
there.
all the sports games are fucking massive now.
They are. Yeah, they are. I remember the GTA 6 leaks for the file
It's gonna be
size.
like 200 plus gigs or something like that.
The leaks, and I think it was debunked eventually, but the leaks were 650. Yeah,
Over half a terabyte.
yeah.
That
Those
would be
were the leaks,
fucking
but
nuts.
they I think they debunked it, but they didn't confirm any sizes. They just said that's not the file size. So they're not saying it's not that, or they're not saying that it's not that, or in that realm. They're just saying it's not that.
I gotta look. Now I'm just curious. What is GTA 5's PS5 version?
Like post everything,
Yeah,
patches and stuff.
because that'll give you a rough idea of like this is gonna be like the minimum it could be.
Oh, sure.
No, not the PS4 phone. Learn the difference. Technology. Apparently, it requires between 90 to 120 plus gigabytes of storage space. So I'm guessing 120 is like after all the updates,
Yeah,
all that stuff. So
all the online.
it's
DLC.
probably going to be around 200
I think it'll be more.
minimum.
Yeah, I think it'll be 250.
Yeah, like you're going to need a huge chunk of space for when that game comes out.
Mm-hmm. If you have a Series S, just don't even bother.
Yeah.
I still think it's criminal that system's even allowed to be called next gen, because it's not really. It has a solid state in it, which that's about it. I mean, technically on paper, it's less powerful than the Xbox One X. It just doesn't do the load times are better because of the solid state hard drive. But you could throw a solid state like my gaming PC from 2015. You throw a solid state in that thing, and it loads really fast, even though it's very archaic in comparison. So,
yeah, my loyalty to Xbox went way too long.
yeah, the Series S, I appreciate the idea behind it. Like, we want to have an option that's a little more affordable. 300 to 500 is a big gap, but you can't, like, calling it next gen and like really, like, you made it so hard on developers. That's why it took them forever to get Baldur's Gate over to Xbox, because Xbox, I correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I'm pretty sure that they were like, no, if you release it on the Series X with the Series X version, you got to have the Series S ready to go same day. And I think that it took them a while to find a way to get it to run on the Series S.
Does Baldur's Gate 3 run on the Series S?
It does now, but it's not the same experience by any means.
Good God.
But they had to like dumb it down a lot. It took a lot of work, and that's the thing. Like they were too different.
Ruined. It's like I get what they were going for, but they should have just did what fucking Sony did. Just hey, it's the same thing. Just we took out a disc drive.
Yeah, we can get you in at a lower price point without a disc drive,
or
lower the memory. The memory part's fine. It's just to act like it doesn't even actually run in 4K. The Series S, it runs in 2K.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
and I get it. Like, it's a lot of marketing. 4K, 2K, who cares? But not a good choice. They sold a lot of them though because it was a cheaper option.
Yeah, that's the thing. Casuals will buy the cheaper option.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's nothing wrong.
A lot of people love digital these days. So like, I don't have to go to the store here.
The problem that people ran into is they bought it and then they realized it had like no memory, and then they needed to buy the expansions.
Oh yeah,
but they had those proprietary
those cards for $200.
They were $200 for a 1 terabyte expansion. It's like, well, at that point, you might as well just bought the Series X. They finally came down in price a little bit, but still, if you add another $100 to it, like, why spend $450 on the Series S at the time of launch? I should specify. When you could have spent $500 for a Series X, got the better machine, double the memory, and a 4K Ultra Blu-ray player.
Yeah,
like, it made all the sense in the world to just buy that. And then now I think the Series S is $450.
Oh, we're in the worst timeline. That hurt to hear.
Yeah,
that piece of junk is almost what the Series X launch price was, almost.
And I think that the series, like, again, there was a market for it to some degree. It was a good intro console for kids. I'll agree with that 100 times over.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely what that is for. It's for, hey Timmy, there's your thing. Go play Minecraft.
It wasn't, and if it was not a bad like secondary. Like if you played in your living room and then you had it in the bedroom, not a bad secondary console either.
Yeah, it's like I'd have that for like streaming like YouTube or something like that. I wouldn't use it for honestly gaming anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah. But that's an expensive streaming machine, considering most TVs just have streaming services built in, or your regular console you can just stream from. But it's definitely not the right system, and it made development really hard for everybody. And that's part of the reason why they lost some of the console exclusives, because they had to make it work on both the Series X and the Series S. So they're like, well, we're not going to make anything exclusive for your platform if you're going to make it that hard for us. Like, that just sucks.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
The only reason I haven't gotten rid of my Xbox is, one, I have too many Xbox games. Two, for my Resident Evil live stream coming up, my little brother, April 22nd, 8 a.m. till for 24 hours. But also, it's like Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3 are backwards compatible on it. They're not backwards compatible on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I don't feel like buying a PS3 to play Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3.
How often do you go back and play that?
Dead Space 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Like almost once a year.
This is why you don't complete new games. You never go play.
Because there's not enough new games to keep my attention, and also I don't have to rebuy Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3. They're there.
You know how many games I replay? Like practically zero. On average, a year, like 0.
I like my hits of nostalgia. They're the only happiness I ever have anymore.
Yeah, and I don't like. I have nostalgia to some degree, but I don't fall for the nostalgia bait too much.
Yeah.
Like even Fire Red Leaf Green, I was really excited about it. Downloaded bottom day one, put like an hour and a half into it. I haven't turned it on since.
I still haven't gotten it. That's because I'm like, I got RE9
twice. You're also not like the biggest Pokemon.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's like they're literally Gen 1 was where I like really like last gave a fuck was obviously Gen 1. Yeah. Gen 2 a bit, Gen 3 slightly, and that's it. That's all my knowledge is. The only reason I can name anything of modern day is because I see like what I watch Nintendo Directs. Yeah. Or like people reacting like, oh, that's a blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, a blah blah blah. What's a blah blah blah? I didn't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm not gonna lie.
That's okay. But you know that Fire Red Leaf Green is Gen 1, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Like I said, I literally just bought RE9 twice. So
how many times did you beat it?
5 times.
I can't think of hardly any game I've ever beat 5 times.
Yeah, they're speedrun games.
I can maybe Chrono Trigger.
I like playing as Leon Kennedy.
Chrono Trigger, Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2. Those are probably the only, maybe Link to the Past. Those are probably the only ones that I've ever beat 5 times.
To my stream list.
Yeah, I think those.
Maybe if you beat Ocarina of Time, you wouldn't be questioning these things anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Beat Ocarina of Time, and I'll beat Link to the Past.
Can I do the remake when it comes out? Does that count?
If it exists.
Okay, I'll do that.
Damn it! Why'd I shake on camera? Joke's on you.
Oh yeah, well you didn't see my toes were crossed.
Joke's on you, my tongue was tied. Motherfucker, don't you cross your eyes on me.
Oh God.
For those listening, we shook hands and made that agreement.
Yep, but only if it.
I keep forgetting that we're on audio only platforms.
Technically, Spotify does allow for video. The video is uploaded.
I keep forgetting that too. But to those that only listen to audio, I apologize. I don't ignore you. I just forget because I'm dim.
You're dim.
Yes.
No. A dim light bulb is better than a broken light bulb.
I'm both of those. I am a tired man. Okay.
Yeah, well, when life gives you lemons or something.
You throw them at dogs. Anyway.
What? Why? We here on this channel do not condone throwing anything at dogs except for very
animals.
soft toys and treats.
We love animals here. I just love triggering you at some points. I need to do it at least once per podcast episode.
I swear I scroll and I see videos of puppies every day and I'm just like, I need a puppy. Can't have a puppy. But I really want a puppy. And then if I have one puppy, I can't have one puppy. He'll get lonely sometimes. I need two puppies.
You need two puppies. Yeah. Meanwhile,
But what if they get sick of each other? Guess I need 3.
Meanwhile, my girlfriend follows like not pounds, like dog shelters and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, "Oh my god, look at this one!" And I'm like, "Get the cuteness out of my face. I can't afford it."
Yeah, that's
I'm like, "Give me a cat. I can take care of a cat because cats don't really need to be watched."
I mean they do ish.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I can literally be like, "You good?" And it just goes. And then I go, "All right, cool."
There are some cats that are very like codependent still.
Yeah, like my not childhood, my teen year into early adulthood, cat Toby. You remember the white cat with the fucking best cat, because he didn't give a fuck. He'd just be like, "I want to go outside." Meow. It's like, "Oh, okay." Open the window, and then he'd be at the window. "Let me back inside. I'm hungry." It's like, "Oh, okay." And then he'd be like, "At me?" It's like, and he'd be like, "Oh, this is nice," and then just sit and relax.
Mm.
He wouldn't attack you. He actually knew how to play and not like be like, "Again." He'd just be like, "Argh." Just best cat. And then he just ran away during pandemic and I'm assuming died.
Quit bringing the mood down.
Depression.
I hate you.
So Xbox had a showcase and nothing really happened. I don't what
You mean Xbox?
Yeah.
I think you said Nintendo.
I said Xbox.
Run it back.
So an Xbox showcase happened.
An Xbox. I didn't watch it. I don't have anything.
I only remember one thing.
Wasn't there like a Mass Effect like game there?
I don't even fucking remember.
I don't know anything about it. I didn't watch it.
Literally, the only thing I remember, and I watched it, I don't remember anything. That might also be an issue. But there, at the last thing, like nothing like massive was shown.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me, I'm sure some people saw stuff that had them raging and Cajun and whatever. You were like a robot detective. Like humanity just disappears.
Okay.
And like it was weird. Like I'll show you after, or you could just insert an image right here in between us. Haha, magic. But the art style is really fantastic. I don't, like I said, I don't know the name of it. Right here.
Assumably,
maybe if I remember to send him the information.
if we could even find it.
If I fucking Timbuktu, who knows? But I'll show you after recording. It caught my. It's the only thing that really kept my attention. I'm like, oh, okay. Comes on a PS5. That's all I cared about. I'm like, is there any reason for me to care about this being an Xbox? No, PS5. Okay, cool.
I don't think that they're gonna ditch the PlayStation drops anytime soon.
See, it's like when it comes to Xbox right now, the only thing I'm waiting for is the Gears of War prequel.
Isn't that supposed to be like August?
They just said 2026. There's literally no. It's just like Lords of the Fallen 2. It's 2026. Give me a release date. Let me know when this Souls-like is going to destroy my soul.
I think that they're going to have a pretty big showcase near Game Fest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, this Game Fest, like when it comes to my hopes and dreams, if Nintendo, like I told you this, I'm telling them, if Nintendo goes, hey, we have a direct that's specifically talking about the 40th anniversary of Zelda news, and it's only going to be Zelda news, I might be sick that day. I might need to borrow some medicine from you, and then watch it.
Yeah, we might live stream that.
Might have to.
Wait,
if that gets announced.
Soft plans to do a live stream during Summer Game Fest. Soft plans.
Yeah.
Depending on the specific dates, because I just found out that there's some work stuff that could cause issues for me.
I will burn it to the ground.
Depends on the specific days. That's all. I don't remember.
I'm just gonna have to borrow your setup and do it myself.
When is Summer Game Fest?
June 5th.
Oh, I think we'll be okay. I think it's the week after.
I don't want tickets to it. I just want to know what day. Live kickoff showcase at the Dolby Theater Friday, June 5th, 2026. Starts 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, I think.
How much are tickets? Maybe we can go.
Bitch.
Rude.
Are you gonna fly us out to California?
No.
Exactly.
That's like
I'm too broke to leave the state that we're in.
nah, you can get to the border.
Of the state.
Yeah, you can get to the border of the state.
I have less than a quarter tank of gas right now.
That's all you need. The border is only 50 minutes away.
Actually, let me look up what these tickets.
The
The average ticket price for Summer Game Fest is $219. Well, that cancels that idea.
Is that just for a single day?
I don't know. I'm not looking up anymore.
It's always been on my bucket list to go to one of those.
Oh yeah,
Like
God.
E3 specifically, but obviously that's not going to happen.
Yeah, this is the E3 now. So yeah, we should make our own individual like lists of like things that we want to happen, but probably not going to happen. That way, if they do happen, be like haha, like our own little mini like bingo. Not necessarily a bingo.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Unless we do an actual like bingo card where it's a mishmash of what we each want, and see if we can create a bingo.
That'd be kind of fun.
A little game to go.
There's got to be something on the line, or it's pointless. Because bragging rights, isn't it?
What would be the bragging rights? You got more shit than I did.
Yeah. Like there's got to be a prize.
You competitive fuck.
I want a prize. I don't want to play a game for the sake of playing a game. I want to win.
You die in the game, you die for real.
How do you die playing bingo? And never mind. Don't answer that question. Let's just leave it alone.
Hey, it's hosted by Saw. Who knows?
Oh. Yeah. I don't think I can.
The winner gets $20. I don't fucking know.
$20. I don't know if it's worth it.
We're gonna be live streaming, hoping that shit gets revealed. I mean,
it could be a really interesting or good year. I imagine that it'll go one of two ways.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be a lot of things that are like, oh, and this comes out in September. Oh, and this comes out in September. Oh, and this comes out in October. Oh, this comes out next year. There's not going to be anything in November.
Zero or December.
Zero.
Nada. If it is November, it'd be like November 1st.
The only thing I imagine coming out in November and December outside of Grand Theft Auto 6
is something EA does not want to succeed and wants to kill off.
Just like they did to Titanfall 2.
You fucks.
That is literally what they did. It released the weekend between Battlefield and Call of Duty.
This is why certain business moguls should stay out of gaming. Because they're like, oh, we really don't want to do this anymore. Where can we slot it to where it can be like, you failed, fuck you, put it away. Oh, right there, perfect. Yes, thank you, opposing companies.
You know what? Maybe they'll release like a Paw Patrol game or something around the same time as Grand Theft Auto.
Respawn did Titanfall, right?
Correct.
DICE does Battlefield, right? Isn't Battlefield an EA game?
Yes. Yes.
So they're like, well, we want Battlefield to succeed, and not you. So, wasn't Battlefield 1 like the last good Battlefield though?
No, the Battlefield this year was good. Battlefield 6 was good, but prior to it, yes, Battlefield 1 was the last good one.
Yeah, it's like I remember. I think that was what Battlefield 1 and World War 2.
No, I think it was actually Infinite Warfare. So I mean, it was a weaker. It was a weaker COD.
The space one.
Yeah, it was a weaker COD.
Where Jon Snow was the villain.
Yeah, it was a weaker COD for sure. But it doesn't matter. It still put them in an awkward spot.
I mean, I haven't really followed a Call of Duty properly since then. I was just like, oh, this is no God, no. I haven't played the games regularly since the original Modern Warfare trilogy. Like I didn't really care much for Black Ops. I think we played Zombies a little bit, but like I didn't Black Ops 2 and later I didn't really care for. I watched my cousin play Black Ops 2 Zombies when I lived with him, like right after high school for a little bit. But that was probably it. And then I played a little bit of World War II. But like I haven't modern Call of Duty, I'm just like not my thing. Like I haven't touched the Modern Warfare Remake trilogy. I haven't touched Vanguard. I haven't touched Cold War, the Black Ops 46, whatever we're at this point.
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's never been for me. But I do like original Modern Warfare 2. Like that's the only one that I have like memories of. Like I kind of want to go back and play the campaign.
The 2019 Modern Warfare, the first of the remake trilogy, or it's not remake or whatever, but that was actually really good.
Wasn't it like a rebooted version story? Like it was like a more modern Modern Warfare.
Yes, it was a reboot, and it was really, really good. I that's the last Call of Duty that I've really, really sunk time into, and
that's what I heard is the new Modern Warfare trilogy. Modern Warfare 1 is like beloved.
Yes.
Modern Warfare 2 was mixed, and I heard 3 people just dog shit all over it.
Yeah, it was just too. It wasn't supposed. It was just rushed.
I heard the campaign was like 3 hours or something like that total.
At least I had one. There are Call of Duties without them.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they really just wanted to be a multiplayer only game at this point. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it just doesn't drive retention. Blah, blah,
oh yeah.
Blah.
Well, I mean, 99% of the player base is just like, I don't give a fuck about the campaign. Let me shoot up the 10-year-olds on this game.
All right, we have to watch how we say that.
On the game, not in real life.
Probably just beeping it up.
Only the game. Only the game. Just keep beeping my mouth right now. Just make it look like I'm saying the most horrific things on the planet right now. On top of that, yes.
Yep.
I just traumatized this man with everything I just said that he had to beep out. Motherfucker.
That's what I'm gonna actually beep. Just that.
Just a beep.
Yeah. But yeah, 2019 was really good. Actually, it's on sale on Steam for like $5 right now, and it picked up like 50,000 players over the weekend. Because
$5, yeah, you might as well at that point.
It was really good. I loved Gunfight. It was a 2v2 mode where they did like really small versions of the maps. It was really fun because it was just like you and the other team got the same loadout, so it wasn't like anybody could do a meta or a cracked loadout. It was just you were given a gun and its equipment. They were given the same gun and its equipment, and made the best team win, which I thought was really cool because they were basically like mirror maps. So like there was no real competitive. Like there were a couple of maps that the way they were designed, there was a better side of the map to be on, but for the most part, they were basically just mirror images of each other. So you didn't have an advantage for being on either side. The only one that really comes to mind is there was like a hill map, and if you spawned on one side of the hill or the other, it could make a difference because you could rush to the center quicker.
But the real question is, how many times have they re-released Rust?
Not enough. Rust, they did re-release Rust in Modern Warfare.
It's like I could have sworn I've seen like 4 or 5 games since Modern Warfare 2 had that map on it. I'm like, is this really the iconic Call of Duty map that everyone wants back all the time, or are they just doing it just because?
I mean, it's a small map. It's tiny, so it's also easy for them to do. Probably, it's chaos though because all the movements have gotten faster since then, and it is absolute chaos. I've always been more partial to Nuketown, candidly, but they've also redone Nuketown in damn near every Call of Duty game.
Oh, yeah. Gotta keep people happy somehow. Because every year, all these reviewers are like, "Did Call of Duty improve anything?" Fuck no. 7 out of 10.
Pretty much. I mean, like, I want to say, like, just take the guys who make Call of Duty from one of those studios and just let them make something else one time. Just see what happens. Because I bet you they'd make something, like, absolutely fire if they were given free reign to take 3 or 4 years and go build a different game. Whatever they want to make. Whether it's a shooter, they can make an interactive tabletop card game for all I give a shit. I bet you they'll make it really interesting. I mean,
they can make the Gradius.
Gradius.
They can make the greatest like animated fucking tabletop. Like it's like I play this.
Yeah. It just
I summon Pot of Greed.
They've just got to get away from they got to do something different every once in a while to get the creative juices flowing. I feel like
because you stagnate these people and their brains will just not be creative anymore.
Yeah. I'm looking at like a lot of people are still kind of back and forth on like the Marathon Destiny thing, but Marathon you can tell is made with a lot of love and attention and detail. And even though it's not for everyone, because it is definitely a niche market, and then within that niche market, it's an even more niche market that they've gone after. Like they've gone after the hardcore of the hardcore players. Like they've definitely gone after the really, 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 really gritty stuff, which is fine. You just have to know what you've gotten yourself into. But everyone's getting really salty because like the game director, his name is Ziegler, or his last name is Ziegler, but he came from Valorant at some point. He was a part of the Valorant team, and he's the director for Marathon, and he's tweeting and putting out updates like every like 2 or 3 days, or like, so this is what we've been seeing online. These are the changes we're making, and they're happening like tomorrow or the
I
next
haven't
day.
slept in 6 days. I'm working on the code as we speak.
Basically,
I want to see my family, please.
But the everything's happening so fast. Like every when they make a decision, they commit to it. They're like, we're gonna do it. The change happens tomorrow. The change happens in 2 days, 3 days. Whereas like with Destiny, one, there's really no communication because there's nothing happening there. And I think that part of it, one is Marathon is only on PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC, so it's modern only, and it's brand new, so it's been built with a foundation that allows them to make changes quicker. Whereas with Bungie, or with Destiny, it's a 10-year-old game, and it's got 10 years worth of expansions that have added new systems and new systems and new systems. Anytime they make a change, it could break 30 other things because it's 10-year-old code, and so it feels like it's not getting the love and attention because they don't make decisions like that in Destiny. It's like, okay, we hear the feedback. It takes months to implement in Destiny. And Marathon's like, we hear feedback. We can find a way to do that in days. So they feel really abandoned. But the other thing, to kind of like circle it back to the whole, what were we talking about? There was a reason that we went down that train.
Developers having creative brains.
Oh yes, so
keeping the creative juices flowing.
Keeping the creative juices flowing. A lot of the people who were working on Destiny went over to Marathon, and it felt like because they were finally working on something that just wasn't Destiny for a little bit, they really got to be creative again and break out of their shell.
And there could be things that they find within Marathon that they were like, oh, maybe we could implement this into a future Destiny game.
Oh yeah,
and tweak a couple things. So it's like they're learning and getting the experience to do something else.
Yes, 100%. And there's a ton of the people who are already transitioning back to Destiny. They said it's just. I think that
that's the beauty of gaming. It's like you do different things to learn to go back to, like how like Resident Evil, for example, like they start out their thing and then they have like random first person game, random there were actually first person games before RE7. I just forgot about them because they were really bad side games. And then there was like Resident Evil Dead Aim where it was like third person, but when you aimed it was first person. There was a Game Boy game where it was like a little like time thing where it's like the zombie was walking at you, you'd have to line up and then shoot, like different things.
Almost mechanics. Like a movie arcade game.
Yeah, like weird, all that. And then they did rail shooters. Like then they've all these side games that they've done. They learned like what could work, and they've slowly implemented a couple of the different things into like the mainline games, and like then they wound up finding their formula that works, which and they've stuck to it ever since. -7 and 8, which hopefully they don't go back to that. Even though 7 is it's the scariest game of all time. I mean,
I think that they're going to have to stick with you can play it in first or third person from now on out.
Yeah.
It's your choice, your benefit of both worlds.
They're also going to have to stick with here's a brand new character, but here's also a legacy character that you can John Wick it up.
I don't think that they have to stick to that.
Yes, they do.
What if they just give you like a character?
I want to play an 87-year-old Chris Redfield that can still punch boulders.
He's what if they just give, up, baby? But why do they have to give you a new character? Why can't they just give you legacy characters?
Because people just want to see after Ethan. People are like, Ethan's dead, so let me cling to Grace. Like I've seen that online. They're like, well, they killed off Ethan, so I got to cling to the new person. It's like, or you can play the older games and get attached to the legacy characters. There's people that refuse to touch the first couple games because of the camera angle, like straight up refuse. They're like, I won't even watch anything about it. I'll just stick to 7 and 8 and stick. I'm like, okay, so just say that you're an Ethan stan.
Ethan's thing.
Modern RE fans just you bum me out sometimes. I feel like such a boomer in this
You
fan base.
sound like a boomer.
I was there back in '99, my good man. I was 6. Shoot up zombies in the police station.
Yeah.
In game YouTube, in a video game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of tube, do you think that Grace has ended up on like Pornhub or anything yet?
Oh God, guarantee it.
I feel like what's her name from
The way the people have modded her to have like Z boobs.
Oh.
Like I've seen mods where she's like this, and her ass is the exact same.
Has anyone modded in Shrek into 9 yet?
Oh, I guarantee it.
Like,
I guarantee it.
I know that's always it almost seems like it's a race. Like who can mod Shrek into these games the fastest?
Yeah, I don't really care about mods that much.
Yeah,
it's like I get it. It's a creative thing, but it's like take that creativity and I don't know, make a video game.
Yeah, just make your own game.
Make your own game.
I'm not a huge fan of mods. Like, and there's some like
and then there's Todd Howard. Let's release our game broken so modders can fix it.
Yeah. I love Stardew Valley, and I know that there's tons of community built mods, and I just don't like using them. Even if they're just like helpful little tools. Like one of the things that Stardew doesn't do is it doesn't show you how much XP you're getting per thing that you do, and you don't know how much you have.
Oh, that's stupid.
So you're just kind of guessing, but there's not a ton of leveling in it, to be fair. Like you have like 5 skills that go up to like 10 or something. It's really not that much, but it'll like people have made mods where it'll show you your XP. Okay, well that's kind of cool, and it's just a small quality of life feature. Some people have made mods where you just move a little bit faster, or you get a little bit more time in the day to do the things that you want to do before you run out of energy, and little things like that that don't totally break the game.
Yeah.
But just give it a little bit of quality of life. And I don't even like using those.
Yeah, like that, like those, like I'm somewhat fine with. What I'm not fine is taking a dragon from Skyrim and making him Macho Man Randy Savage for the fuck of it.
That sounds exclusively like why I want to play a video game. Kidding.
You want to fight Macho Man Randy Savage?
You know what that makes me think about though? You talk about a giant dragon or whatever. It just made me think of Scalebound. And
what could have been?
What could have been? Could have been a
like
really
that
cool
had
game.
massive potential. Like, why did they cancel that again?
I think it was creative differences from the original creator and like where Xbox wanted it to go.
Xbox was like, "Hear me out." This was like this. No, don't beat me to it. Because this was mid to late 2010s, right? 2017, 2018 era.
It was earlier than that. What?
I think it was announced like 2016.
I think
because if it was that era, I was about to be like, hear me out. How can we put loot boxes in this shit?
Oh, it would have been a whole different ball game at that time.
I know, because I make the joke in 2017 and 2018 was like the era of like, how can we shove loot boxes and shit into this game? Thanks, Overwatch.
Yeah, it was definitely Overwatch.
Oh yeah, Battlefront 2. I remember that whole debacle. And then fucking
wow, it was announced in 2013. Scalebound.
2013. It was that E3.
It was that E3.
It was that E3.
And then it got canceled on January 9th, 2017. 4 years later. Game should have just been done 4 years later. That's one of those.
I remember when that first got announced, I was confused by it, but then it grew on me.
Yeah.
It slowly grew on me. I was like, I'm actually excited for this. And then they're like, joke's on you, canceled. And I was like, I'm going to support your company for 5 more years.
You did.
Actually, longer.
It was longer than that. Yeah, it would have been.
It took last year.
Yeah, it was 8.
Literally them increasing the prices, and then I think they canceled something else I was excited for.
Well,
I was like, fuck this.
Oh my god! Come on, Xbox.
Yeah, it's like I want you to succeed, so stop fucking over the fan base. Release Banjo-Kazooie on. Just let Nintendo do Banjo-Kazooie again. That'll be a big one.
It would be, sort of.
It's like talk about games I could use. Like it doesn't even need to be like an actual like remake. Just remaster Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2.
Did you ever play Ukulele?
I think they're installed on my Xbox.
Because I think they're on Game Pass at some point.
Yeah, I think I have both of them installed on my console, but I only booted it up just to play at my New Game Plus 6 Elden Ring character.
I remember when like I was excited about the Spyro trilogy getting remastered. I played a bit of one, but I didn't play too much of it.
Same. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Anyway.
And I stopped playing.
The Crash trilogy. Crash trilogy was more enjoyable.
And I didn't play hardly any of that either.
And then it did well enough to get a Crash 4.
That's true. I didn't play that either. Those, for whatever reason, like those platformers just don't do it for me anymore.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
As a kid, I loved the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
I appreciate what they are, but I don't.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what about it. I'm like, I don't know if it's just because we're older and we're like we prefer other things.
Yeah.
Actually, it's literally just that we just prefer other things.
Yeah, like Astrobot, really good at what it is. I mean, obviously, it won Game of the Year, and it's an adorable game that it kind of just like brings you back to roots. But
you mean the game that triggered the Wukong like head?
Yeah,
was it the head developer? Or was it the head suit?
I think
was it the business guy side or was it the developer side?
No, I think it was on the developer side because
like somebody was like extremely triggered that it lost.
Because from the suit side of it, it was Sony who ended up like really funding.
But I'm talking about like because it's not just developers. Like there's a business business people.
When they originally showed it off, it was literally like one guy. And he was doing it as an advertisement saying, I need to get funding and I need to get developers to help me finish this game. Was kind of the idea when he showed it off. And then I think it was Sony that stepped in and then like did a bunch of the financial backing. So Sony didn't care that Astrobot won.
Sony.
It was still Sony. I think it was actually the lead creator was really upset.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm just like, my guy, you lost. Like,
and it's the problem. I feel like Black Myth Wukong came out and it was just another Souls-like game. Yeah. Sorry. It looked cool. Don't get me wrong.
It looked gorgeous. It's one of those situations where I'm like, again, I have to be picky on what games I get. And I made my game selection that year and I'm like, I'm not getting any more.
Yeah, for me, I just don't know that. I would enjoy it.
I'm one of those where I'm like, I pick games where it's like I have replayability in them. Resident Evil games have a lot of replayability because new weapons and also achievements.
I think that we have very different definitions of replayability because I actually would say that Resident Evil has a super low replayability, like legitimately very low. You're gonna you replay the game for like, okay, now you can do the entire game with an RPG, but who cares? Or do it in a different costume. Like for me, that's not a reason. In order for me to replay a game, I need it to have new story. I need to have new side quests. I need to have completely new abilities. Otherwise, I don't.
After getting chased around for 9 hours, the ability to take a rocket launcher and shove it up the ass of that demon girl and kill her instantaneously, satisfying.
Sure, but then the playthrough stops there because what it was.
I don't care.
Or that like for me. And it's fine. Like for me, replay is like I couldn't do anywhere near everything in one playthrough, and that's why I replay it.
Yeah, that like I said, like Resident Evil, like a lot of shit gets unlocked after your first playthrough.
Yeah,
to access, and then also a lot of the like files and shit. There's also the extra content like speed running and this and that. Being the game under a certain amount of time.
See, to me, games that are replayable are stuff like Detroit Become Human, where it's got like literally hundreds of endings and hundreds of choices that actually change things.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, well, that's replayable to me. Like, if it's only got like 2 things, like, well, that's not really replayable. It's like, okay, I can replay it once, but that's not.
The Souls games are replayable. A lot of replayability on the Souls games because I'm like, okay, I can do a different build and use different weapons that I didn't use beforehand.
Sure. I can give you
see
that.
It how like that.
I can give you that.
That's how I learned that. I always start Unga Bunga, do the giant sword.
Yeah.
And then I learned I love making bloody twin blades and like being like basically a blood assassin.
Yeah,
and
I could see that.
So much
I get that.
build up. and all that stuff. Or I make a character where I just use dragon attacks, where I blow like decaying breath or flames or ice breath, etc. Or just a giant claw.
Yeah, I get that. I truly get that. That makes sense to me as replayability. Being able to play as a different character who has a completely different set of gameplay skills totally makes sense to me.
You know what really sucked?
Life?
We already know that. Resident Evil 9, you unlock the RPG, then you have to buy the infinite ammo capability separately.
Yeah,
normally they have the infinite rocket launcher as it is, but it's like, oh no, you can buy a rocket launcher, but until you also get buy the infinite ammo ability, it's a one-time use.
Yeah, see, for me that's like artificial replayability.
That annoyed me, but I had enough to get the infinite ammo. So I'm like, I'm not fucking using this thing one time. You fucking kidding me? I'm gonna blow up every enemy that pissed me off.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's a really depressing form of therapy. Let's leave it at that.
Rice. Oh man. Well, I think that about wraps up episode 12.
3 months of content.
Holy.
It's felt like 3 years, honestly.
Dude, it's been a long 90 days for work for me.
Oh, yeah.
We're almost to the end of our busy season, so. But yeah, episode 12. That was been an interesting week. I think we're about to get into the gaming news season again, though. I think that there's been this little bit of lull.
We're slowly getting towards Games Fest. We're going to get more and more stuff.
Yeah. The Mario movie comes out this upcoming weekend, and then this upcoming week, and then I think that once they clear that, Nintendo will start being open about what's coming next. I think they just don't want to take eyes off of Mario movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm leaning towards, is that they want to just have all eyes on Mario Galaxy movie. And then as soon as that's out, after probably like a month, maybe like a month, they'll just be like, hey, here's something. Maybe they're saving a big event right before Games Fest to be like their little like summer thing.
Mm-hmm. I think that Nate's leak suggested that we probably won't get much in the way of announcements until then.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but if this theory of like, well, then again, the Star Fox thing, I couldn't remember if it was this summer or next summer. It'd make more sense if it was this summer. Because Nintendo tries to have like one like decent release every quarter.
Yeah,
that'd be their big summer game, and then obviously, if this is true, making it holiday 2026 makes so much sense. Ocarina of Time originally released November '98 too, so November. Oh wait, no, GTA. Fuck.
I don't think that they.
I don't know. They have to all the releases this year, that's the only release I could see like still doing well sale wise, even with GTA 6.
It's too different of an audience overall.
Mm-hmm.
The people who are going to choose GTA 6 are folks that are also going to say, I already played that game, I'm good. That's how I would look at it. But maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. People that buy GTA 6 are the people that are willing to put hundreds of dollars into GTA Online.
Well, yeah, probably.
And then probably have only played GTA 5.
God, it's going to be wild.
I want to know how many people that have purchased and played GTA 5, how many of them have only played GTA 5? Or just played GTA Online? I want to know. I really want to know this number.
I don't know if that number is. I don't know. I know a lot of people who have dabbled in GTA Online, but I don't know a lot of people who like live in GTA Online.
I think YouTube has ruined my brain on the concept of the average gamer.
Yeah. But anyway, I think that we're gonna go watch the Mario movie this week. I don't know if depending on when we go.
It would have to be before the next recording.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about me and Alexandria.
Okay.
I was gonna see depending on what's going on, but we would need you to watch the first one before that.
Yeah.
I don't know when you'd get time to do that.
I can just watch snippets on YouTube or something.
Nah, you need to watch all the time.
Yeah,
Anyway, thanks for tuning in for episode 12. Some exciting stuff coming soon, hopefully.
Hopefully. Gaming gods. I mean, worst case scenario, we just start implementing games into episodes.
Games and episodes? I thought you were talking about music.
Well, music too. Well, that's another week. That's another topic. I'm talking about like random quizzes for each other, or like gaming related, or something to fill the void on lesser news weeks.
Fill the void. Good luck.
in my heart.
Good luck filling the void in my soul.
Joke's on you, I don't have a soul.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But thank you all for tuning in. Have yourselves a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching this. Have a great time in general.
See you guys.
Ah!